Hello, and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith, and today I am talking about The Pale House Devil by Richard Kadrey. And this is from Titan Books. There it is, Titan Books, and you can see this is just a little tiny thing. And in The Pale House Devil, you have Ford and Newland. They're a couple of hitmen. Ford is alive, Newland is dead. Ford kills the undead, Newland kills the living. Makes for a great partnership. But after some trouble in New York, they have to head to California till things cool down, and they end up taking a job. This young woman comes and says, my boss, who's also my great great grandfather, wants me, or grandfather, uh, wants me to hire you. The family home has been uninhabitable because there's something in it, and we need you to go and kill it. Will you do the job? Here's a ton of money. They're going to take on this job, and they're going to deal with the Pale House Devil. Right off the bat, I gave this 5 out of 5. I had such a great time with it, even though it's a quick little book. It's exactly what I'm looking for in this type of story. Great characters. Ford and Newland have a great partnership. They've got great banter. I was reminded of the characters from Jeff Strand's Wolf Hunt, but less silly. And I don't mean that in a negative way. It's that Wolf Hunt, while it can be very graphic and some serious stuff happens in it, I still think it's a comedy. Or Hap and Leonard from Joe Lansdale. That's the greatest pair of characters in all of literature. I don't care what anybody else says. Um, so Ford and Newland. Let's make sure I actually have the names correct. Um, they reminded me of those types of characters. Just a great partnership. They get along. They bicker. Um, and so we're introduced to them in the middle of a job. This job that's going to kind of go sideways, which is why they're going to have to leave New York. So right off the bat, we learn about who they are, what they do, what they stand for, essentially, and they're just great characters. And then as they go to California and they meet this new client, or the middle person, the middle woman for this new client, we're learning more about the characters, and it's got that hard boiled noir sort of feel in a world that is supernatural, but not everybody knows it's supernatural. So it's not the type of story where vampires and werewolves and humans and fairy folk are all living together. The idea that there are undead in the world is shocking to the majority of people when they find out. And I like that. That's different than a lot of what else is being done in sort of urban fantasy. I don't know that that's what one would necessarily classify this as, but um, so great characters, an interesting story, and we actually get the perspective in a number of chapters of what I'm just going to keep calling the Pale House Devil. Um, so yeah, it's well written with fun characters and some crazy stuff going on, and it's very, very quickly, in very few pages, builds this world that I frankly would love to revisit. I don't know if Richard Kadrey has plans to write more stories with these characters, but if he does, I am all on board. He might be probably best known for the Sandman Slim series of books, which I have read one of those, and it wasn't even the first one. I started in the middle of the series, or it was like the second or third one. I don't know why, but I'm definitely going to go and pick up the Sandman Slim books and read those as I wait, hopefully, for more Ford and Newland stories. But Kadrey also has written, let's see, just to double check things, yes, Lucifer and Hellblazer. So I can't remember if I was reading Hellblazer at the time that he was writing it, or if that's when I was on hiatus for comic books. I've never actually read Lucifer, which is a spinoff of Sandman. I have seen the TV series. That's all neither here nor there. But yeah, I absolutely plan on. I'm going to start with the first book in the Sandman Slim series and just start reading through those while I wait and pray for some more Ford and Newland. But and I do have another book that he wrote with Cassandra Caw. That's a Tor Nightfire book. So I've got that to look forward to. But Richard Kadrey, The Pale House Devil, Titan books, 5 out of 5. Quick read, read it in a day, and can't recommend it enough for your hard-boiled supernatural noir needs. So there you go. Question for the video. I think we've covered this before. Are you a fan of this sort of hard-boiled supernatural storytelling? You've got, your Harry Dresden from Jim Butcher. You've got the guy from Simon R. Green, whose name actually, let me see. I should have his name written down in my notebook from the other day, or last week. Maybe the week before. Oh, where is it? You get to watch me look at a book. When did I read? There it is. John Taylor. Haha. I knew it was there. It was 2 weeks ago. John Taylor from the Nightside series by Simon R. Green. And you could even go Anita Blake. That's a whole different kind of series, though. For me, my favorite, Cal McDonald by Steve Niles, the Criminal Macabre stuff. Absolutely love it. Just he's a human private eye that can see monsters, and he's always either drunk or messed up on drugs, always beat up. He's just the Al Bundy of the private investigation world. He's got a ghoul for a partner, and Steve Niles writes great stuff. I love the Cal McDonald mysteries and stories. But then there's all sorts of, there's Dead Jack, and there's, I can't even name them all, but I enjoy it. I love hard-boiled private eye stuff. I love Dashiell Hammett and Raymond Chandler. And for older stuff, Robert B. Parker, Robert Crace for newer stuff, just off the top of my head. And so you throw that in with supernatural stuff, especially if it's made really scary, if it's leans into the horror and not just sort of the fantasy supernatural elements. Yeah, throw that stuff together. I'm in. So, yeah, I'm a fan. That's the answer to the question. Cal McDonald's my favorite. What about you? Is it a subgenre you haven't read? Have you tried some and didn't like it and so just never bothered again? But I will say there's all sorts of different styles. So maybe find something else within that bubble of the subgenre and give it a try. But hey, you do you. And let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any comments, questions, corrections, please put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. Try to be polite here at the Low Budget Review Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. All the usual YouTube stuff. And if you care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronan5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is EricSmith5757. On Blue Sky, I'm @ELSmith when I'm posting there. And that's all I've got. This has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith, and until next time, read more books.